Hey, what's up guys? Bennett here. In this video, talking about 3 things regarding to Celsius. The first, how to download your transaction history inside of the app, and I'll show you exactly how to do that, just in case there is some discrepancy when Celsius comes out with how much they owe you. Next, I'm going to talk about filing a claim and whether or not I think you should do that, and mostly whether I am doing that right now. And third, I'm going to talk about the loans email that everybody who had a loan with Celsius got a few days ago. Most importantly though, I am not a lawyer and nothing that I'm saying in this video is financial advice, and if you want to consult with a lawyer or a legal team or somebody else, I encourage you to do so. Do not listen to what I'm saying, and this is just all my opinion and nothing more than that. So downloading your transaction history, the first thing you want to do right here is go ahead and log into your account in your app, and then you're going to click portfolio balance. Just kind of click anywhere in this bar here. Then you're going to see something that says this, transaction history, send CSV to email. I think this is in the middle of the screen on your phone, so you may have to scroll down a little bit. Then go ahead and click the confirm on the next page where it says confirm transaction export. Transaction history report will be sent to your email address once the report is ready. This can take a few minutes. And finally, this is from my phone right here. I got it a few minutes later. It says your transaction history report is now available to download. Now you do want to click download because it says the following secure link is valid for only 4 hours. So go ahead and click download this transaction history, save it somewhere on your phone or send it to yourself on the computer. Just make sure you have it. And if you want to take like a video on your phone, basically of all of your account balances. So if you don't know how to record your screen, you can go ahead and learn how to do that. And basically just go through each of your crypto balances just to have like a movie record. What I would do is I would also kind of go out of Celsius, go to your calendar, make sure it has the accurate and updated date kind of live in a video. I like to be really, really thorough with kind of video proof of something. So there is a verifiable proof in a video, more so than just like screenshots where they're pictures, that you have what you have inside of your Celsius account. So doing both of those is just some protection, because if Celsius says, hey, we have a different amount, you're like, actually no, because here's a video of me showing how much I have. So the next thing I want to cover very quickly is, should you file a claim right now? So what I believe is going to happen is that Celsius is going to file a creditor's claim on their own, and I believe that may even be public. So you will be able to verify, does Celsius say that you have as much money in your account as you do? Again, this is the importance of taking that video and also downloading your transaction history. Now, when that report from Celsius comes out, I will have more information about what to do at that point. But basically, if the report says exactly what you have and everything is accurate, we may not need to file a claim, but I will definitely let you know when that happens. But the claim is there really if there is a discrepancy between what Celsius says you have in your account and what you actually can prove you have in your account from the transactions and the video. The original claim that's out now, I believe, only allows you to say how much US dollars you have in your account. I believe that the new claim form, when it comes out, will allow us to say how much of each cryptocurrency we have in our account, which will be a much more accurate assessment of how much we have, not just a snapshot of how much US dollars it was worth on a certain day. So personally, that's why I have not filed a claim, and I am just waiting until we kind of hear more information, and I will let you guys know when we have that info. So now I want to talk about this email that people who have a loan got from Celsius. Now, this is not my email because I do not have a loan, so I am borrowing someone else's picture. I will read it and then let you know what I think, obviously not being a lawyer, not being an attorney, not giving legal advice at all, but I'll let you know what I would do from here if I got this email. So it says, hello, you are receiving this email because you have an open loan with Celsius, and we wanted to provide an update regarding the current state of the loan process. As more fully explained in our blog, Celsius and certain affiliates have filed voluntary petitions for Chapter 11 bankruptcy relief to stabilize their business and implement a restructuring that maximizes value for all stakeholders. For general info, visit the website. Okay. As part of the restructuring process, the following changes have been made to the loan process. Functionality within both the mobile and web apps, so phone and computer, to close the loan, pay interest on the loan, or post additional assets for a loan has been disabled. So basically, you can't use the phone or the web app to close a loan, pay your interest, or post additional assets, like if the loan is getting into margin call territory. New loans are not being issued. So that's obvious. They're not going to give people new loans right now. Existing loans will continue to accrue contract interest until their respective maturity dates. Loans that are already in existence, you're going to continue to have to pay your interest. So if you took a 1% loan, that interest is going to continue to accrue. That's what it's saying. Next, margin call and liquidation activities have been paused with respect to matured loans. That means loans that have hit their maturity, as well as to loans where the LTV exceeds that loan's liquidation threshold. So how I'm interpreting this is that they are not going to margin call you and they're not going to liquidate you if you have a loan that has reached its full maturity, basically. And also, they're not going to margin call or liquidate you if the LTV is higher than the loan's liquidation threshold. So, for example, your loan can only hit a certain LTV until they basically margin call you. How I'm reading this is if you took a loan and you used like Bitcoin as collateral and Bitcoin goes really, really low, what I'm reading right here is that they are not going to margin call and liquidate you. Those activities have been paused to loans where the loan to value ratio exceeds, meaning goes higher than that loan's liquidation threshold. So this is a good thing, how I'm reading it. Please let me know if I'm reading this incorrectly. Basically saying they're not going to liquidate you and they're not going to send you a margin call notice. Here it says customers may request to extend the maturity date for an existing loan within 2 weeks of that loan's current maturity date. So when you get a loan, you say how long you want this loan to be. So it says customers may request to extend the maturity date, basically push that maturity date out within 2 weeks of the loan's current maturity date. So if you have longer than 2 weeks before your loan matures or hits that final point, you can extend. But here it says such requests will be evaluated on a case-by-case basis. I'm not quite sure why they would say such a thing like that. If your request is granted, the maturity date of your loan will be extended for a period no longer than 30 days. All right. So if you have more than 2 weeks until your loan matures, you can request to extend that loan for a maximum of 30 days. Next, it says if you choose to repay and close an existing loan, you can do so only by wire transfer in US dollars. Okay, so this is where it begins to get a little bit weird. It says again, if you choose to repay and close an existing loan, you can do so only by wire transfer in US dollars. Digital assets currently reflected in your account cannot be used to repay a loan, as they are considered part of the Chapter 11 bankruptcy estate. So, if you want to repay your loan, like for example, if you did a 25% LTV loan, let's say you posted 4 Bitcoin as collateral and they gave you at the time 1 Bitcoin as a loan, right? That would be a 25% LTV loan. If you wanted to close that loan, and let's say you wanted to pay off your loan and get that 4 Bitcoin out, right? You wanted to get your collateral out because we're always giving more collateral than we took on as a loan. So being able to close the loan and get that collateral out is a really good idea. But here again, they said if you choose to repay and close an existing loan, you can only do so by wire transfer in US dollars, not from any crypto that's already in your account. It then says before sending a wire to Celsius, please note that all withdrawals, swaps, and transfers between accounts continue to be paused. So obviously withdrawals are paused, we know this. Swaps, obviously from one crypto to another, they are being paused, nothing has changed there. And transfers between accounts. So that would be transfers from your earn account to a custody account or custody back to earn. All of those are paused. Any assets unlocked when you repay and close an existing loan are subject to the pause. So this is where it gets pretty frustrating and confusing. Basically, they say any assets unlocked, essentially your collateral. So you repay your loan, you get your collateral back. In the example before, you send them the 1 Bitcoin and they send you the 4 Bitcoin, which was your collateral. But it says here that any assets, meaning that collateral, that is unlocked when you repay and close an existing loan are subject to the pause. And again, the pause is referenced right above here. Withdrawals, swaps, and transfers between accounts continue to be paused. So what they're essentially saying is you can repay your loan, but you have to send us more US dollars via a wire transfer. That's like issue red flag number 1. And most people are going to be like, what the hell? That's not cool. And let's say you do that. Let's say, okay, you go to the bank and you send a wire transfer or however you do that. They then say that any assets unlocked when you repay and close the loan are subject to being paused. Basically, you can't withdraw it. You can't swap between one coin or another, and you can't transfer between custody and earn. Now, what I did hear through the grapevine is somebody did indeed transfer US dollars with a wire transfer and closed a loan. That collateral, now this is just supposedly what I heard, this is not myself, but that collateral went into their earn account. Okay, whoop-de-doo, because we are still in Chapter 11 bankruptcy. We don't know what's going to happen to crypto inside of our earn account. So the fact that, okay, you can see your collaterals now in your earn account, we still don't know how much we're going to get back or how long that's going to take. So to send a wire transfer into a company that is restructuring under Chapter 11 bankruptcy feels crazy. The last thing, if you wish to request an extension of a maturing loan or to repay and close a loan, you may do so by contacting us, loans@celsius.network. Okay, so if you do want an extension, meaning you do want to extend your loan up to 30 days if you are not within that 2 week of the maturity date, or if you want wire instructions to close a loan, you can go ahead and email them. It then says, please note that the above processes may change at a later date. If changes are made, we may not be able to provide you with advanced notice of these changes, although we will attempt to do so if possible. This is me rubbing my forehead. Accordingly, this email is being provided only to inform you of the current changes to the loan process, and this email should not be relied upon as a guarantee that the above changes to the loan process will continue indefinitely. As such, we strongly encourage you to check for updates regarding the Chapter 11 proceedings shared through our official channels. All right, so this is pretty crazy. I mean, basically, I already covered the craziness of what they're wanting, but basically, if you want to close a loan and get your collateral back, you can't use crypto that's in your account already. That's stupid. Secondly, you have to wire money into a essentially bankrupt company, or a company filing for bankruptcy, I should say. So that's a red flag. So here's just what I would do. If I had a small loan, I would not be sending any wire transfer into Celsius right now, because I don't know if I'm going to get any of that collateral back when a potential haircut or making depositors whole plan comes out. We still don't know what that's going to be. So I personally, if it was a small loan, relatively small, I would take my chances and hope that I still get that collateral back, because technically it's still my collateral, right? I still feel like the courts would rule, even if you don't wire US dollars back, that, hey, like everything was crazy, everything was, in chaos, and that collateral still belongs to the customer. I would rather take those chances personally than wire a massive amount of money into Celsius. Celsius right now could be like a black hole, and we don't know if money going in means you're going to get that money out plus more. The problem is we just don't know what's going to happen here. So here's what I would do in this situation. I would first make sure everything is documented, meaning I took a video of my phone or the web app of basically all the details of my loan. I would want that to be saved, because I wouldn't want Celsius to say, oh no, he didn't have that much collateral or whatever. Second, I would email the loans@celsius.network, and I would be saving very carefully every response you get back, including the times that you emailed them, how long it took them to get back to you, and basically document everything, which I know, with emails, everything is saved anyway, but I would just make a note to document it. I would email them and I would say, if I wire you the amount of money it takes to close this loan, where is my collateral going to go? Basically, is it going to go into the earn account or the custody account? I would want an official email basically saying exactly what's going to happen. If they say it's going to go to your earn account, which I believe it does, then really that just puts your collateral into the same bucket as the rest of your crypto assets that are most likely already in your earn account. So then you're thinking, like, okay, well, what are the chances of me getting that back? And you can email loans@celsius.network, see if they give you responses about, hey, like if this goes into my earn account, how much of it am I going to get back? I mean, they're probably not going to respond because they don't know, right? This is bankruptcy proceedings that have not actually happened regarding how much we're going to get back. I mean, personally, I think that loans should be in a pretty high category of going back to their customers because Celsius created a hole in their balance sheet while taking over-collateralized loans from retail. Now with retail, again, everything was over-collateralized, meaning we paid them more collateral for how much they gave us in a loan. With the giant institutions, we don't know how under-collateralized they were. We will find out. I mean, it is crazy that Celsius created this giant hole by taking over-collateralized loans, because I'm pretty sure, if I had to guess, again, I don't know exactly, but let's say we gave them our collateral. We gave them 4 Bitcoin and they gave us 1 Bitcoin as a loan, right? For like a 1% loan. What did they do with those 4 Bitcoin? Did they go off and gamble it in DeFi land? Did they go and wreck the entire company using our collateral? I mean, that, in my opinion, seems like that is our crypto, above and beyond even earn and custody. But I don't know what's going to happen with the court proceedings. This is something that a lot of people have been writing into the judge about. And right now, I mean, that's really the best way to go. I guess you could email the attorney's office that is representing the UCC, the Unsecured Creditors Committee. If you want to try to email them and explain to them what's going on, you can absolutely do that. I don't know how effective that's going to be, but I mean, you can email, the creditors or the law firm representing them if you want. But this is kind of a crazy situation. So again, just what I would do if I had a loan, I would email loans@celsius.network. I would want to get verifiable proof of everything going on. I would ask them specific questions. They're probably going to give some canned responses because they don't know either. And then you're going to have to make a decision about what makes the most sense. Because there's a part of me that would not want to send a dime more into Celsius's black hole. Because I don't know, again, if that collateral gets moved to earn and then it's sitting in your earn wallet, we don't know how much we're going to get back and how long that's going to take. And we just don't know the answers to these things. So I'm sorry for not giving you guys like definitive advice, but it's confusing because we really don't know, and that's just the nature of where we're at. So again, guys, that's it for the video. I just wanted to cover those a few things. The first one, how to go into your Celsius account, download your transaction information, and then you can go ahead and save that. Also, I suggest going on your phone or on the web app and doing like a screen record video and just going through every account, making sure it's in a video format, which would be very, difficult to fake. Secondly, I talked about filing a claim. I am waiting until Celsius comes out with that information. I am waiting for more information from Celsius when they say, hey, go ahead, do the claim. Here's how you do it. Here's the updated form where you could probably type in how much crypto you had, not just how much US dollars you had. So right now I am waiting on that. And third, about the loans, you heard my whole spiel. It's confusing. I would be emailing Celsius. I would be trying to get definitive answers if possible. And then I would think about what's the likelihood of me getting my crypto back in earn if indeed your collateral goes to earn, and is it worth it to you to wire money into Celsius, or do you think that the Chapter 11 proceedings will realize that requiring people to wire money into Celsius is crazy because people didn't know what to trust or what was true or not, and maybe they will go ahead and essentially release our collateral or something like that. I'm hoping that's what happens. The fact that they're asking people to wire additional money into Celsius, honestly, it makes me annoyed, pissed off, angry. That's just like, hey, your coins are locked and we need more of your money to then unlock your collateral, which then goes to your earn account, which then we don't know how much we're actually going to give you. The whole situation is really frustrating. So that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Till next time, talk with you soon, and bye for now.